Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. So let's talk about Krystal's DeFi vaults. This is a new feature they released a week ago, couple weeks ago. It's pretty recent, you can see it's still on beta, but it's already available for anyone to take part in. So if you never heard about Krystal, I did plenty of videos already covering their DeFi strategy, so anyone can come here, provide liquidity to some of the pools that are featured here. So this is what initially Krystal offered to users, but right now they also have vaults. The difference between vaults and strategies is that the vaults are a much more streamlined approach. So for example, you can have a vault which has exposure to multiple liquidity pools, while on strategies you could copy strategies from other users, yes, but those strategies would be only applicable to one liquidity pool. So in a way we can consider vaults to be an evolution of what was already offered under strategies, right? But right now they just have a little bit of a different user experience here. You don't have to deploy liquidity positions or anything. It's more streamlined in the way you just work with one token. For example, let's take the example of Blue Chip DeFi Vault. This is from the Krystal DeFi team itself, and under the vault you get more information about what's happening under the hood. So there's going to be plenty of liquidity pools here that as a depositor on this vault you'll get exposure to. So there's all of these 5 are on Arbitrum, and there's even different token pairs. We get Ethereum paired with a liquid derivative. We also get Ethereum paired with Pendle, Ethereum paired with Curve, and also with Aave. And if you deposit into this pool, you will have yourself exposure to all of these liquidity pools, okay? They even have their own risk evaluation with the pros and the cons. For example, in this case, as pros, we have fixed list of pools, verified team, high cap token list. And this is actually from Krystal team itself, so it doesn't mean that it will work. Of course, there's going to be definitely risk involved with, as always, this is DeFi, right? But you can see it's Krystal DeFi. It's a verified doxed team. They linked in their Twitter account just to make sure that they're really the Krystal team and not someone else trying to impersonate. And there's other vaults here from the same team, Krystal DeFi. So the way this works, you choose a vault, or you can even create a vault yourself. And when you see here share price, this is the token that you will deposit. And not only that, it's the one that you deposit and the one that you take profits in the shape of. So in this case, it's wrapped Ethereum. There's others with USDC. This is something you can choose. If you go and create your own vault, you can select the vault principal token. In this case, it's BNB. So for example, let's say I want to go and deposit. So you can see here, it's on the BNB chain. The principal is wrapped BNB. So you gotta go with it. There's no way around it. You get a bunch of information: daily yield, APR for 7 days, 7-day percentage, 24-hour percentage, and the share price. Safety is basically risk assessment, and it accounts for all of this risk evaluation. So you see, in this case, there's only one con, and that doesn't mean that it will print, of course. It's just to give you an idea of the risk factor associated with the specific vault. So in this case, it gets a minus evaluation because the user has not connected their X account. You get also total participants currently in the pool, and there's even this pinned message from the owner, I believe: only wrap stake Ethereum, wrapped Ethereum, just like holding ETH, but with extra yield. Because that's the exposure of the vault, right? You are solely exposed to Ethereum. So I would say this is a very conservative type of pool. It's yielding $2.6 a day for a TVL of $113. Fixed rules for this vault: those settings cannot be modified. So I guess this will have only exposure to this pool because these things cannot be changed. Those are the rules for this specific vault. So it's an option for people bullish on Ethereum, for example. There's dozens, if not hundreds, of vaults here. Anyone can create a vault. Anyone can deposit in any vault. So first and foremost, what is a liquidity vault? Vaults are a common feature in Web3 and DeFi. They are designed to simplify the user experience, but many existing vault providers underperform and offer limited exposure. Krystal's liquidity vault is different. It's a smart contract that functions as a dynamic portfolio manager. It holds and actively manages multiple LP assets, runs automated strategies, collects fees, adjusts positions, exits, and optimally, Vault can support external deposits in exchange for Vault shares. So these are the main capabilities of the vaults. It allows management of multiple liquidity pool assets, auto converts fees to a principal token, That principal is the one that you use to deposit and also to withdraw from the vault. And it also enables auto compounding, rebalancing, and fee collection, allows permissioned or public deposits. Why use a vault? Essentially, fewer transactions, less gas, bundle multiple LP actions. Yes, in that way, I would have to agree it's definitely time saving because the vault gives you exposure to multiple LPs if that's your choice, which ultimately lead to fewer transactions. It's also safer and more secure. Vault permissions are scoped to the vault only, unlike liquidable strategies which require permission across the entire NFT asset. It also allows passive earning, letting others deposit into your vault and take a cut from performance fees. Simplified user experience, great for both normies and experienced users, unlock more opportunities, go beyond basic ETH pairs, tap into niche markets, long tail tokens, and custom strategies to maximize your edge in DeFi. One thing you could also potentially do is convert your LP strategy, your current liquidity pool positions, into a vault. And according to Krystal's docs, these are just some of the reasons why you should convert your LP strategy into a vault. Number one, better fees, aligned incentives. That's because vaults use a performance-based fee model, which means you only pay when you earn. If there's no yield, there's going to be no fee. No extra fees for zaps, rebalances, or compounding. This is actually true whenever you do any of these actions on your LP position, zapping in, zapping out, rebalancing the pool, or compounding. It charges a small fee up front. In the case of the vaults, you only pay a fee if you earn. You can pause right now to see the fee comparison between LP strategies versus vaults. Pretty much everything on vaults is free except the vault fee, which is 5% on performance. Vaults also allow you to scale your strategy, meaning that others can join in. When you convert your strategy into a vault, it allows other users to deposit into it. As the vault owner, you earn 5% of the performance fees, so you can definitely monetize your DeFi strategies by doing that. Your returns scale beyond your own capital because, again, there's other people who can join in and deposit into your vault. It's like launching your own fund, get rewarded when others follow your strategy. Third reason why you should convert your LP strategies into vaults: more convenience, less overhead. Vaults give you everything a manual strategy does, but with better tools and automation. Vault tokens makes it easy to track profits and losses, seamless publishing and monetization, built-in risks, rules and enforcement, manage multiple LP positions in one interface. So this is definitely a plus. Less micromanagement, one interface that allows you to manage multiple LP positions. But of course, there's still risk involved with vaults. Understanding the risk, there's definitely still impermanent loss risk in this. Although vaults use a principal token, the token that you deposit and take profits in. So this principal token feature is mainly used to simplify the farming experience, but it doesn't mean that you'll be impermanent loss free, because ultimately you're still holding active LP positions. Therefore, impermanent loss does still apply. It's also important to know, since the vaults are public, anyone can create a vault and you can also join into any vault. So of course, although Krystal does offer the opportunity for people to create their own vault strategies, no one can actually guarantee performance or strategy outcome. Vault owners do retain full operational control within their configured parameters. For example, a potential risk could happen if a vault owner would open a position of USDC paired with X token. This position would be used to boost liquidity, while that owner would be selling their own X token elsewhere. So basically, the owner would be dumping on your head. But of course, if you stick with vaults that are depositing in blue chip asset pools, this is not going to be a risk that you need to care of. Vault owners also cannot directly withdraw user funds. So although you might be depositing into a specific vault, that will only expose you to the vault's strategy. So no one else will have access to your funds actually. So of course, it's your job to do the following. You have to review vault parameters carefully, understand token pairs, strategy, and allowable actions. When in doubt, start small, begin with a small deposit. If you're unfamiliar with a vault strategy, and see how it goes from there. Track also vault activity to see how the performance is going through time. Evaluate the vault owner. You can do the following to do just that: review their history, transparency, and performance. Krystal also displays their connected X account, so it's recommended to join well-known owners. About risk evaluation. For convenience, Krystal provides a risk evaluation mechanism. You can find the detailed risk factors within this link. For the sake of the video, I'll not go into that depth, but we can have an idea of the risk factors that do influence the risk evaluation for each single vault. Is it managed by a verified team? Does it have a fixed list of allowed pools? What is the impermanent loss risk of the vault? Or even which is the TVL of the pool? Is it high? Is it low? All of those things do play a role when it comes to risk evaluation assessment. So although vaults simplify the whole thing of providing liquidity, yield farming, it's still crucial that users do their own research. If you want to give this a go, stick with, I would say, the Krystal DeFi vaults, because after all, you know it's Krystal DeFi team behind them. It doesn't guarantee that they will perform, but at least you know they're being managed by the people who built Krystal, which is an incredible tool altogether in my opinion. So for example, if you want to access all the vaults and filter everything out just to show the ones from Krystal DeFi team, we click on Krystal. It's showing us all Krystal's vaults, right? And now you can see here the owner, it's Krystal DeFi for all of them. These last three already seem to have been abandoned, but there's plenty other options. This one gives you full exposure to Ethereum. This, the name implies it's a bit more degen, so it has meme coins in it, it has AI agents. So it gives you a lot of exposure to more degen type of tokens. This one, stacking BTC, it's pretty much full exposure to Bitcoin in the shape of tokenized versions of Bitcoin. You use Bitcoin to deposit, to withdraw. So this would be a good example of a vault for stacking sats. It has a little over $1,000 in deposits, only one participant, but this one is yielding 13 cents a day, which might seem small, but after all, it's Bitcoin. And this is the perfect example of stacking sats. Stay humble, stack sats. This one other has full exposure to stablecoins in the shape of DAI, USDT, USBC. So you get the idea, right? Different vaults, different risk levels, different strategies. And this is it about Krystal vaults. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Have you used the vaults? Are you planning to create your own vault? I might do another video showing you step by step how to do it for complete beginners. Essentially, vaults are just strategies on steroids. But of course, do your own research, know who is behind each vault, see how the vault has been performing, and that's just before jumping in head on. So you know the drill. If you enjoy this type of content, like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching. Take care. Keep exploring crypto. I'll see you on the next one.